You want to master this tech? Or this one? This the lethal dash tech. There are 3 variations to this. The unshift lock variation, sometimes referred to as Supa tech. The shift lock version, which is the harder version, and the instant lethal dash, which is the hardest version. In this tutorial, I will teach you how to land each and one of these variations. The first variation, which is the unshift lock variation, is the easiest one because it doesn't require any precise mouse movements, unlike the other variations. To do this, you need to use the second move, and then as soon as your second move ends, dash right away, and then shift lock after you are halfway there. The hardest part will be the timing of the shift lock. You would have to shift lock around 18 milliseconds after you dash. Also, for all the variations, it is much more easier to land them on low ping, so if you are having 150 ping or above, I recommend not to do this tech since there is a very low chance of landing it. Moving on. The second variation, which is the slow variation, isn't as flashy as the other variation, but the most consistent for me. It is also the best variation to use when fighting high ping players. This variation is very similar to uppercut dash, so if you have mastered that already, this won't be that hard to learn. To do this variation, you need to dash right after the lethal whirlwind move end, and then slowly turn your camera to the enemy. Do it as slow as possible and try to make some sort of circle pattern as well. The ones that I am doing are the failed shift lock version lethal dash, so that's why it doesn't really resemble a circle, but you can do this as well, I guess, except it won't be that consistent. Finally, the one you have all been waiting for, the shift lock lethal dash variation. This is the flashiest and most satisfying version. To do this, you need to dash right after the lethal whirlwind move end, and then flick your camera to the right, and then flick back. It will be hard at first, but you will get the hang of it. Also, hold W while doing lethal whirlwind stream. For some reason, it gave me better results compared to doing it without holding W. But this is optional. The reason why the third variation is the best is because if you don't manage to pull it off, there is a small chance you can still continue the dash and do the second variation as well. It's a small chance, but better than nothing, I guess. That's it for the video. Thank you for 200 subs. I never expected myself to reach this far. Adios.